Welcome back. We apologize for the technical glitch. Well, across Africa or beyond, let's tell you about updates concerning the Israel, of course, Hamas war ongoing. Now, International Relations Minister Laledi Pando has quoted controversy by having a call with Hamas leader, which the US and EU have designated as a terrorist organization, in a move likely to put more pressure on Pretoria and Washington's relations. Now, during the call, and in line with the government's position, the minister reiterated South Africa's solidarity and support for the people of Palestine and expressed sadness and regret for the loss of the innocent lives of both Palestinians and Israelis. Now, Minister Pando said she and the Hamas leader discussed how to get the necessary humanitarian aid to Gaza and other parts of the Palestinian territory, while US President Joe Biden has arrived in Israel, of course, for talks on this. And of course, joining me on the conversation right now to discuss this is Northwest University Political Studies lecturer, Sysman Motloung, of course, who joins from South Africa. Thank you for your time, Sysman.
Thanks for inviting me. It's good to be with you.
All right, so let's get straight with it. Let's start by what, of course, Dr. Laledi Pando made to the Hamas leader, that particular call that has caused controversy. Your thoughts on this, and what effect will this have on the US-South Africa relations?
Yeah, I think when you listen to the head office clarifying the kind of this or the nature of this call, is that she was expressing regret for the loss of life and the violence in Palestine, tantamount to that one of Israel. So she seems to be making a view that she is sad over the carnage that is happening on both sides, even though others are saying that is unlikely of her to mention Israel when they are talking to Hamas. And then from a question that you're basing on Hamas as a terrorist group and the Minister of Foreign and International Relations talking to them is something that one has to ask as to, is Hamas now seen legitimately as an extension of the Palestinian government, or was this a minister understanding that Hamas, even though a terrorist group, is a military group that has legitimate interest in terms of statehood of Palestine, and she trying to maybe as a start facilitate that kind of a dialogue between Hamas and hoping that later on when she talks to Israel, there is a context in terms of talking to both sides. But then on the face value, if we are to want to be technical about it, it then becomes unacceptable for a state minister to be in conversation with a terrorist organization. Those are the three ways of looking at it. And I think Minister Pando would want to say there has to be seen as an aspect of them trying to negotiate a way through in terms of further negotiations of a ceasefire. Then you have to engage with those kind of people. You cannot label them as terrorists and exclude them from formal negotiations if there has to be peace in Palestine.
All right. Just quickly, before I let you go, just in 30 seconds, what do you think will be the fallout of this for Africa generally?
There is no fallout for Africa. The other part was that asking what America will do. America will not do anything much with South Africa talking to Hamas. And Africa, for many people, they don't really have an interest, except maybe in countries that are influenced by Islam. They will be very sympathetic to the plight of Palestine. And that is basically that, a sympathy to the struggle of Palestine and calling for it to receive its independence and be recognized as a standalone state instead of being subjugated by Palestine, by Israeli government.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Sysman Motloung. And of course, we appreciate your contribution.
Thank you.